Scorpio, hello, it's Joe. For those of you that don't know me, thank you for joining me. For those of you that do, thank you for coming back. This is February 2021 General Tarot reading. This is open to any subject or topic that comes through. It's up to the cards and spirit to bring forward a message, and hopefully I interpret that message in a way that resonates with you. But if it's not for you, that's okay. There's always another message at another time that might be better suited for you. And of course, there's lots of tarot readers here on YouTube that are absolutely fantastic. Also keep that in mind. So, Scorpio, what's going to come out? Let's see. There's definitely some interesting things in readings that have been coming out lately, and they've almost all been about relationships, which is unusual for me to have happen. I'm not focusing on relationships. It's just there has been a lot of relationship stuff, it seems, coming out in readings. So, Scorpio, let's see if yours is about a relationship. It could be about money, career, finances, anything bizarre and out there, who knows. So let's see what your story is. We're going to pull some tarot cards, look at the recent past, the current circumstance, and dive into the outcome a little bit, pull some oracle cards and a blessing card, and see where you're at. Okay, so I hope you're ready to get started, Scorpio. I'm going to try to keep this about 15 minutes, but hey, this card has come out in a lot of readings. Five of Cups here. Two of Wands. I think I instantly feel like you're going from disappointment to promise. So you're going from disappointment. You might even be going on a bit of a healing journey, Scorpio. You might be doing some inner healing, and you might be going on either a literal and or figurative journey. You might be moving away from something to something better. You might have your sights set on something better indeed. And wow, yeah, and you're looking forward to a better future. You might even be moving towards somebody, and Strength came out in Cancer's reading in a different deck. And the Emperor. And let's check out potential outcome here, and we'll dive into this reading and let's talk about it, see what this could be about. Chariot. Nope, Queen of Swords, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said the Chariot. And the Devil. Eight of Wands. Alright, Cancer. So right now, I felt like you were on a journey. You were on either a literal journey, a figurative journey, or a combination of both. Eight of Wands is, a lot of times Eight of Wands is about quick movement. I feel like you've made a quick decision, maybe even a decision that may have surprised some around you, that you decided very quickly, and some might think indecisively, but I don't think it was indecisive, but you decided to move away from disappointment toward some promise. So right now you are in the pursuit of life changes. You are on that kind of journey. So apply that to your situation how you will, whether it's literal or not. But you have the Five of Cups here. So you have this disappointment in the recent past. I feel like you had a heartbreak, a literal heartbreak. And I think that this heartbreak lingered with you for a very long time. I do feel like for some of you, somebody passed away and that you cared about very much. And that's where your heartbreak is coming from. Others of you, this might be a very painful separation in a relationship. And I think that you were in this Five of Cups for a very, very long time. And I think out of nowhere, I think maybe you were stuck in that energy so long. That's where this Eight of Wands comes up, and people may have been shocked that you just decided, okay, I'm done. I'm not staying in this misery any longer, because I do feel like this was literal misery for you, okay, Scorpio. But you have the Two of Wands here, and the Ace of Swords. And I think this is very important because I think you decided that, you know, life could be full of continued disappointment and misery. Sometimes we go through things that are so tough and challenging, we choose to stay in that energy long after those circumstances pass. And I think that this Ace of Swords here, something kind of woke you up, and something in your psyche, your mind changed. And in that change, you decided that enough was enough. That you were moving toward a better future. You're moving toward a promise of a better future. And you might even feel like you had maybe you had a dream, maybe you had some kind of vision, I don't know, or whatever it was, but something I feel like woke you up. You're woken up out of this misery and this depression, and you decided to go toward something that feels good, something that's going to fill you up. You have the King of Cups here also in your recent past. So you decided that you are going after what fills you up. You are in pursuit of what fills you up, what makes your heart feel full of joy and full, okay? Now, your current circumstances, Scorpio. Let's talk about your current circumstances, because in here we have some interesting cards. First of all, you have a lot of major arcana in this reading, okay? And most of it is in your current circumstance, although you do have some, like I said, the Chariot here. You have the Emperor, you have Strength, you have the Lovers, and you have the Four of Pentacles. So from the Four of Pentacles on, with the exception of one other card, you are in a lot of major persona transformations, okay? So you are taking on a lot of higher qualities. The Four of Pentacles here, you know, I think you're moving forward toward a promise of a better future, but you're holding and protecting your heart very closely. You're guarding it. You have recognized that you have a lot of value and worth internally, and you're willing to show that to the right person. I think some of you have decided that you're going to find love again. Others of you, you're just going to do what makes you feel alive, or do something, be in pursuit of something that you love very much, the idea of that. But I think for a lot of you, this is all about putting, it's kind of like, it's not flaunting, but it's saying that I have so much value inside, and I've cut myself short for such a long time. And I think that you're guarding your heart very closely, but at the same time, you're willing to offer that to the right person. And interesting enough, the Lovers comes out, and I really, you know, the Lovers long ago had a different name, okay? It was never really called the Lovers. Nonetheless, quite often the Lovers card reflects like a choice, okay, in something, making a decision, choosing between something that you love or something that stirs up your passion, right? And I feel like you have decided to go after something that you love very much, or someone you love very much. And I think that, to me, this Lovers is just your heart coming alive again. Very simple. I don't read this as like a big choice or a big decision or choosing. I think this is all about, I said, I felt like you woke up, you went through some kind of awakening, and the Lovers card is coming out. To me, this is you waking up to yourself and your potential, realizing that your heart is still alive. It hasn't turned to stone. You have the Strength card. Again, that's the next major arcana coming out here. And Strength is all about doing things out of love, not out of brute force. And so I think a lot of this is about you loving yourself and actually caring for yourself enough to move out of you know, a place of like bitter disappointment and misery for such a long time. Now you have the Emperor here. I think you've decided to take control of your life, to be the ruler of your life, literal ruler of your life, the ruler of your kingdom. And I do take this kind of literally. The Emperor can have many meanings, but to me, in this, you're taking charge of your domain. You're having dominion and authority over your life. You're not allowing circumstances to have authority over your life any longer. And so I see you taking on a lot of very positive energy changes, a lot of personality changes. And you know, this to me is like about a major transformation. It was like all of a sudden you woke up and you decided to go after what's going to fill your heart up. This King of Cups here, what's going to fill that cup up, right? And you go through this transformation, and you're waking up with the Lover's card is really coming out. You're waking up to loving life again. All right, now let's talk about what's coming ahead, okay? What's coming down the road here? The Chariot. I did say the Chariot, and then the Queen of Swords came out, and then I might have misspoke as I was pulling cards. Sometimes I speak too fast. So the Chariot is here. This Chariot is just, this is not going with the flow. This is, you might be going against the flow, but you're moving in any number of directions, and you're doing it without difficulty, okay? You're moving forward through some things that in the past would have been very difficult for you, but at this point in time in your life, moving into this, moving forward, you're going to feel like you're going to find that this is a lot easier than you thought it was going to be. There might have been procrastinate and put off doing things or taking care of things or making changes. We often do it because the perceived difficulty is much more than it really is. And so this Chariot is all about that movement. It doesn't matter if you're going upstream or downstream. It doesn't matter if you're going against something and it's pushing back against you, or if you're going in a direction that has a lot of ease and flow benefiting you. You have the, in this case, it's the Sphinx, but a Chariot is pulled by horses, and so you have help, you have assistance, and I feel like this is a spiritual assistance. Quite often that's how I take it. So you have assistance helping you, carrying you along, and you're finding that this journey moving forward in the near future is a lot easier. It's a lot easier than you thought it would have been. So I think this is a really good reading. Now, we do have two other cards here in your near future. Okay, so we have the Devil and the Queen of Swords. I think that there's somebody around you that you have to be careful of, and when I say the devil, this isn't Satan, okay? The devil is all about addictions, negative people, sometimes verbally abusive people, or worse. Sometimes it's about narcissism, narcissistic traits. It could have so many things, and I think this is an external influence. I don't feel like this is you kind of backsliding and struggling with your past. I feel like because the Queen of Swords is here, I think there's somebody that maybe is either jealous of you, or they just don't like the change that they're seeing in you. And so I think you have to be careful of somebody, because you're going to move forward no matter what. You're not going to be held back. You're not going to be restricted from this. You are going to move forward. I mean, you have everything you need here in this reading. You have from the disappointment to the wake-up call and the whole transition. And there's a lot of quick changes in your life. And you're finding that it's actually much easier than you thought. But there's some negative external conflict that is going to try to maybe upset you a little bit. So I think this is just a little bit of a warning, saying be careful of whoever or whatever this is, because I feel like somebody that you already know maybe is jealous of you. Maybe they just have never changed and they're always going to remain the same. Maybe they're a very negative person, and so you might find that you have to separate or distance yourself as you change and grow and evolve. Doesn't mean you have to cut them out of your life, but it means you have to practice an element of protection from somebody. I believe that's the way I read this and see this. Okay, Scorpio. So let's pull a couple cards here to end this, because I think this is a beautiful reading. I mean, this is an amazing transformation, right? And this really isn't about a relationship. I know I talked about that when I opened. I said, let's see if this is about a relationship. It is and it isn't. I think it's about a relationship with yourself, reestablishing a relationship with yourself and with life, and getting connected and linked up again with life and actually enjoying it and experiencing it. And I think what you went through was exacerbated with the times that we're living in right now makes it harder to be connected to people, and so it may have made that worse for you in that circumstance. Time to go. Okay, so it's, you know, you already know that. You have the Eight of Wands here, you have the Chariot, you know, you have this movement moving forward, the Two of Wands, the promise of the future, and it's time to get going. So if you have any hesitation, any reservations, this is saying it's time to go. It's time to get moving, okay? And I think that time to go might also help put some distance between you and whatever negative influences potentially going to come up in the near future for you. And you have come to the edge here. This came out for one of the fire signs. Might have been Leo, I don't remember. But anyway, this is all about pushing yourself to the limit in this reading, but not in a negative way. This, to me, isn't like about taking foolish risks. This is about being willing to see what's beyond your immediate environment. And I think that you're willing to go to a completely new place and look at things that you never considered before, to do some things you never considered before, and to be in pursuit of some things that you might have never have let yourself and given yourself permission to do in the past. So I think there is like this feeling like, hey, time to get going, because the universe has some amazing plans for you. Your prayers didn't go unanswered. You know, those lonely nights and that crying and being upset, and you know, maybe you were all alone, but it didn't go unheard. Okay, Scorpio. So there's one more here. This is a Celtic spirit guide blessing, and gosh, this kind of happened in Cancer's reading. It was like the card that I pulled just gave me chills, and this one does the same thing. It has the same effect. A blessing to lift sadness. Okay, this is a spirit guide blessing. It's saying you are being blessed with the lifting of the fog that's been surrounding you, and this just really gives me kind of excited. This is all about that sadness and the veil of sadness kind of dissipating and going away, and this is all about getting a new perspective on life, and not wasting time sitting around anymore. So you are on the move, you're on the go, Scorpio, in February and into March especially. So I love this. I thank you for sticking around and watching this. If you were new, I appreciate you being here. If you're returning to watch this, thank you for checking it out. And I appreciate your loyalty. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. If you like this, if it resonated, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know. And I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Bye.